Maybe it's this. Let's see if we can get it loaded. Ready? Whoop. Wah!
I get paid to take my clothes off, but here I bear it all for free. Welcome to the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast, where sex work meets self-work, and we laugh through the chaos. One inappropriate joke at a time. I talk safe sex, mental health, industry secrets, and all the stories that made my therapist cry. Got a confession, a question, a wild tale. Send me an email, some love, and a salutation, 'cause nothing turns me on like a little validation. Hey baby, maybe got my head in the clouds, but I'm still me. Feeling free, honestly. Take me away to a higher vibe. Take me away, let me come alive.
This is not the condensed one, but it's all right. Woo, woo, woo. Oh my goodness gracious. Welcome back to the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. I am your host once again, as always, Molly Stewart. Oh, sorry. Bleep that. Oi, quiet on set. So I'm coming to you from the land down under, and it is now 2026. For me, it was 2026 before everyone else, and you might be wondering, why haven't you prepared to be on camera today? Look at you. Yeah. Well, just don't watch on youtube.com/@TWND podcast then. You don't have to look at me, just listen. That's all I ask, is that you listen. And honestly, I wish more people would listen. Here's one of my gripes, and I'm gonna start right off the bat. I'm old. I'm old as and I've become a grumpy old man. I just don't have the mental capacity to deal with people anymore. I don't really know how this episode is going to go. I need to let y'all know that I was prepared to have to do an episode, or not have to, but prepared to film an episode on this trip. But surprise, surprise. Molly's about to be on her period again. I'm Molly. Hi, nice to meet you. My hormones are out of control right now. Things are crazy. It's not that this trip has been bad. It's actually been really good. There's been a lot of revelations about self and other people and like my place in the world. And when it comes down to it, I don't really know what my place in the world is. And I think that 2026 is going to be a year that I pull back even more from society, because I just don't really like society. I don't. I don't like being out around people in big crowds. I don't like how people ruin everything that you try to go do, because everyone is so selfish. Maybe y'all's New Year's resolution this year could be to not be such a selfish little piece of shit. Have you ever thought about that? I don't know what it is about people. Like, okay, so I love animals, y'all. If I should have just been born an animal. I mean, I don't know why I was made into a human, because I don't think that this is where I was supposed to be. Like, because being around other people, having to cater to everyone's feelings and emotions and this and that, like, nobody caters to you, but everyone expects you to cater to them. You know what I'm saying? So while we're on the subject of animals, I got to experience, once again, the nature preserve. I know I've talked about it on other episodes in the past, because it's one of my favorite places to go when I'm in the land down under, is the Moonlit Nature Preserve. Now, if you are lucky enough to be able to go to Australia, or maybe if you live in the Melbourne area and you've never been here before, it's a really, really cool experience. It's not very expensive to do, and it's a really nice park that you get to just walk around and experience all these different animals from Australia. Now, it's kind of like if an animal gets injured or that, they kind of take them in. And it's really, really cool. So all the animals are friendly because they're used to being around people. And of course, this isn't like, that no harm could come to, because they're animals. They're wild animals. And honestly, like, with the way that people were behaving at the nature preserve, if I was an animal, if I was a kangaroo, I would have been kicking in the face. I would have been knocking the wind out of everyone. I've been like, stay the away from me. Do you love the pod? Of course you do. Do you love ads? Not so much. Do you want to prove how much you love the pod? Then join us ad-free on patreon.com/TWND podcast. Every tier of support gets you day early releases and ad-free enjoyment. The Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast is made possible by listeners like you. If you want the full VIP experience, join any of our dirtbag tiers, which also gives you access to skits, photo sets, bonus episodes, and monthly Zoom chats where we sit down, reflect, share, and more. You'll also have access to Thought Takes, a mini show where I strip down and go in hard with rant-episodes. What are you waiting for? Join us and be a dirtbag at patreon.com/TWND podcast. There are signs everywhere. There are signs. There are people walking around telling you, don't pass this little fence because this is the area where they're resting. If they're behind this fence, they don't want to be around you. Just because you have your camera out and paid a ticket price for entry doesn't mean that you get to go in and just disturb these animals. For sake, people are crawling underneath the fences and I just want to just push you into the pile of kangaroo that you're sitting in front of, pointing your camera in this guy's face because he doesn't want you to be around. Leave animals alone. If they want to come up to you, they'll come up to you. I don't know what it is about people that they think, oh, well, I paid to be here, so I can just do whatever the I want. No! There are rules in place for this very reason. Honestly, this is going to be the most disjointed rant ever, but don't worry, because I'm on vacation, I won't be keeping y'all very long here today. So that was a really frustrating experience because just seeing people completely disrespect animals who are being taken in and cared for, by people who do actually, give a about these animals instead of just what kind of selfie that, they can get with a kangaroo or a wallaby. Like you can still experience animals. It's like nobody wants to actually experience anything or commit anything to memory. Like not we, because not me. And I know that there's other people who are like this too. Some people, a majority of people, don't seem to be able to just have an experience and have a memory without having it recorded onto your phone. Most likely, these people are also never going to look back at these images ever again, right? You're not, just live in the moment, for Christ's sake. So we're wandering around, looking at all the animals, and it was a very cool experience, except for the people, except for the people, because that's always what it comes down to, is the people, the blatant disrespect. And we're moving past all these people and they're going under the fence. They're doing all the shit that they're not supposed to do, pretending that they have no idea. Oh, is this sign that's right in front of my face meant this? Certainly, this sign that says, don't go under the fence, that's not directed at me because I paid $50 to be here. So, you. Leave the animals alone. They don't want to be around you. That's why they're behind the fence. So anyway, going around past these animals, and I find an area where there's nobody around, right? So I pop a squat, I sit down there with a little bit of kangaroo food that, you can get in a little cup, and you just kind of hold it in your hand. And if they want to come up to you, they will, what will they do? They will come up to you. What did I not do? Go underneath the fence and invade their space. So, little mama kangaroo, I almost cried. There was a mama kangaroo, and she had, now some of you may have seen this on social media, a baby albino roo. I have never in my life seen an albino kangaroo. It was the cutest that I have ever seen in my life. So adorable, so cute. And you can just see this baby roo just suckling on the mama's pouch, and mama looks tired as right? So baby is in a food coma. Baby just passes out on the ground, just blah. And mama makes sure she's okay, and then slowly hops over to me where I'm just sitting there with food in my hand. Oh my God, their little noses just remind me of soft little velvety horse noses. They are so freaking cute. I was very flattered that mama chose me to come eat out of my hand, and I'm just sitting there it was one of the best days of my life, right? Now, she looked so tired, and I can only imagine because I am never going to be at a point in my life that anything is going to be suckling on my tit unless it's for sexual purposes, because nothing is going to feed off of me. Let me tell you, I'm not going to grow something inside of me. If you are going to be sucking on my tits, it's because I'm like, hey, suck on my nipples and make them feel good, because I'm not going to be a mother. So I respect anyone that's going to, go and do that, especially a kangaroo, because honestly, having a baby around all these people who don't respect you, it just sounds miserable. Now, the thing with the little baby, right? Baby's sleeping. Mama comes up to me. This other lady comes up next to me, and Mama's eating out of my hand. She shoves her hand, like to try to shove mine out of the way, starts poking at Mama kangaroo. I'm like half looking at her. I'm like, lady, what the is wrong with you? Don't poke at her. Just if she wants to eat out of your hand, she'll eat out of your hand. It's, oh God, it's just insane. So just as I'm about to say, hey, stop poking the mama kangaroo, baby kangaroo wakes up, little albino kangaroo, and she slowly hops over, looks at mama. Mama looks at me. Mama looks at baby kangaroo. Baby kangaroo takes my hand in her tiny little paws, and I almost cried. Now, this is probably because I'm a hormonal mess right now, as you can tell from this rant that's completely disjointed and all over the place, but damn, I almost cried. It was the cutest thing ever. She's holding my hand in her tiny little claw paws and just like eating this little grain out of my hand, little pellets, and it was the cutest thing ever. And then this big crowd of people comes over, and it's just like, I can't even rant on this. Do you ever feel, well, maybe this is just me. Sometimes I feel like I rant about things like in the moment, and then kind of the anger and the rage has passed, and then I find it more difficult to rant about it, but it's really just getting back to that whole disrespect thing. And I'm kind of drained after yesterday, and it's not because of all the amazing animals that I got to experience, because I also went to go see a penguin parade, which was really cool. It was all the people just making it a experience. So I can only imagine how the animals feel, right? Because, you're a baby kangaroo. You've barely experienced people as it is. And now you have all these people who are just like screeching and prodding and trying to like get all up into your space when you're just trying to have a little snack, right? So we're going through, doing all this stuff, finally get to the penguin parade. I just was flying high off of albino kangaroo coming up to me and choosing to hold my hand, because I've never had my hand held by a kangaroo. And I don't like people touching me, but animals is completely fine. Animals could touch me. Honestly, a kangaroo could kick me in the gut and send me to the hospital, and I'd be like, thank you. Thank you so much for choosing to kick me in the gut. Thank you. I hope you have a fantastic day, a fantastic life. You deserve life more than I do. Now, when we got to the penguin parade, if y'all have never been to the penguin parade before, which a lot of you probably have not, it's a really, really cool experience. I love penguins. Something y'all might know about me is that I hate birds. God, I hate birds. I hate birds with a burning passion. Birds have kind of just always attacked me my entire life, and people think I'm making stuff up until I have actual points of reference to talk to people about. I've been tackled by geese. That was like one of my first childhood experiences with birds. Just trying to fly a kite, just trying to live my little life, and geese came out of nowhere and just tackled me to the ground, lost the kite. It was a whole thing. I've had a bird attack me while riding my motorcycle, completely almost wiped out, kind of crushed my leg into the, side of the bike as it's, falling over. Whiplash from that bird whacking me in the helmet. I've been swooped by magpies. I've been on multiple times, which apparently is good luck, but I think that that's just, how is it good luck to get shit on by a bird? How is that good luck? People just make shit up. That's what I think. But you know what's not made up? The rules at the penguin parade. Do you want to know how I know they're not made up? Because they repeat them 50 million times in multiple languages, and they keep telling people, once the penguins start coming out, hey, this is the time where you're not supposed to have out your phone. Okay? Because these penguins are getting up before the ass crack of dawn while y'all are still, snoozing away, and they're diving down like 100 meters, something crazy, into the ocean to go like suckle down a bunch of fish into their gullet to go feed all of their, family in their holes, the little tunnels that are on the beach, right? Because they don't want to get swooped by birds, because bigger birds eat them. So they're chilling, and they're just like, oh, it's dark, I can finally come out with my fish gullet and go feed and just barf it up into the baby mouths, into the other mouths, and we'll just have a great time. But you know what's not a great time? when there's a people parade. Penguin parade, great. People parade, not so much. I yelled at a few people. I'm not ashamed. Put your phone away. Put your phone away. You came to go see these penguins migrate. They're afraid as it is. There's a reason that you're not supposed to have your phone out. Put your phone away. Live it. Experience it through your eyes. Learn how to make a memory. Are we all so entrapped in the little screens in front of us that you need to take a 50 million selfies of yourself in front of penguins? You're taking a photo of yourself on a selfie cam with a penguin that's this big in the background that you can barely see. You're turning on your flash that's going to scare the out of these guys because these penguins need darkness because they think, oh, light, I'm going to get swooped by birds and eaten. And then all of this work that I've done, diving into the ocean all day long, filling up my gut with fish and little crustaceans and all this will be for naught. Honey, what does it make you think of? Sweet, delicious, sticky, licking it off your partner? If you want to have fun with a special friend or are someone who loves self-pleasure, Honey Playbox has the toys for you. Use our code TWND to save 15% on your purchase. Amp up your playtime at honeyplaybox.com. You deserve pleasure, so elevate your experience with Honey Playbox and support our show by using code TWND at checkout. Watching podcasts is fun. Watching reruns, also fun, but nothing beats a live experience. Check out our friends at Jerkmate by going to jkmte.com/TWND. Every sign up helps our show. Don't jerk alone. Get your front row seat to live events. Try a Gold Show from the comfort of your couch. Check the show description or go to jkmte.com/TWND to try it out. Because I'm going to be someone else's food. So not only will I be food, but all the food that I've gathered for my family is also going to be food for this bigger bird. Because you had to shine a light to get a video of some penguin who doesn't even want you to be there. You're lucky to be there in the first place. You're lucky enough to see these penguins this is the only place basically in the world that you get to see them. And you need to see it through the viewfinder on your phone. Are you kidding me? Not to mention from where you're sitting, these photos are going to be they're going to be such terrible quality. Go to the gift shop, get one of their amazing, beautiful prints, support the conservation effort. What are we talking about? I guess the rules just don't apply to me because I don't understand. You understand. You understand. And I understand that you're a piece of who only cares about yourself. And guess what? Now, when you're going back and looking at your videos, if you ever do, you're not going to remember the penguins. You're going to remember me. You're going to remember me going like this in front of your phone and saying, no phones, no phones. I don't even work here. Put your phone in your pocket. What are we? I should probably just end the podcast here. Should I just end it? No, I can't. It's only been like 17 minutes. God damn it. I'm so over it, y'all. I just don't why do people have to just ruin everything? Like, do you just go to everywhere? And don't get me wrong, I'm someone who takes photos and videos for a living, right? But when I'm going to go see an experience, maybe you take a couple photos if it's allowed. If it's allowed. But even half the time with things like, taking photos of these things, the biggest takeaway that I'm going to get from going to an experience, why would I go pay money to go see something that I'm never going to see in any other part of the world just to see the whole thing through a little viewfinder on my phone? Because at that point, why don't you just watch a YouTube video? You could have seen this whole thing on a YouTube video or some documentary, but no, you want to be the main attraction at the penguin parade. You're not a penguin, and the penguins don't like you. You're making their whole trip in from their work effort. Imagine if you worked all day at this job that you're just like, God, this is just taking so much out of me. Oh man, I was doing construction, or I was, serving people at Victoria's Secret all day, and man, these people suck. Or I worked at a servo station, and people were just a cunt to me all day, and I had to avoid this. And then you get out of work and you just have blinding lights. You just imagine you're not like a celebrity or something, but all of a sudden you have paparazzi everywhere just following you to your car, following you like in your car. They're just swarming you. And that is what these penguins are experiencing with all these people, because you've made it the people parade. Go home. Don't come. Don't come here. Leave animals alone. Go sit in your little house, and you love your phone screen so much. Stay there. Stay with your phone screen, because you're so in love with yourself that you can't experience what the world has to offer. You're not going to remember any of this because you're not actually living in the moment. You're not experiencing it because nobody knows how to live in the moment anymore. All you're living for is, do you know what? You didn't want to see the penguins. You wanted other people to see that you saw the penguins. You wanted other people to be like, damn, I wish I could have gone and saw the penguins. You didn't even look at the penguins. Do you want to know why? Because you didn't use your eyes. All you were doing was scanning with your phone with your flashlight on, disturbing their peace. Stop disturbing people's peace. Stop disturbing penguins' peace. God. I have notes. I have notes. Ugh. Buffets. God. Buffets. Buffets are just a melting pot for disease and germs. Here's the thing. I don't want to have children. Children are fine. You want to have children? Yeah. If you're going to have a child, watch your child. Why is your child running around a buffet completely unsupervised, like sneezing all over everything, licking their hands, and then just like playing Lego building bricks with pieces of watermelon? What are we talking about? Watch your kid. Fill up the plate for your kid. Stand there with your kid and teach your kid how to use some serving tongs. What are we talking about? What? Oh, use condoms. If you are going to have a child, watch your child. Teach your child how to not be a piece of like you. Oh, wait, you're a piece of so you can't teach them how to be anything different. Stop. What? I can't. So in 2026, it's going to be an interesting year for me. And I'm going to take a sip of coffee while I talk to you about this, because as many of you know, God, that's good coffee. As many of you know, in 2025, I just isolated. God, I isolated. At first, it was not the plan that I had in mind. I was just like, all right, here's something that's happening, so I'm just going to let it keep happening. And the more that I let it keep happening, the more I realized how much I loved being alone. I love being alone. I love being alone with my dogs. I love being alone with myself. I love being alone with my partner. And everyone else can off. Off. I don't care. Because every time that I try to, reach out or to be like, you know what, I'm being too grumpy and old, or, I'm just making these assumptions about people. My assumptions are spot on. And I am going to just be trusting my judgment from here on out. So if you think I got weird in 2025, you think, oh, well, Molly never goes out and sees anything or does anything with people anymore. Get ready for a whole lot more of that, because it's about to get weirder. It's about to get more hermity. And I'm going to have a great year, because I had a great 2025. The more that I spend time around myself and not other people, the happier I am. The more that I'm like, you know what? Let me go do this for someone, or let me go, have this experience with this person. And this isn't to say that everyone, like every person, makes experiences terrible, or life in general. But I am so much more selective than I have ever been. And maybe that's because I'm getting old. I know that I look like right now. And guess what? I don't give a I don't care. This is what I look like. I didn't do my hair. I didn't do any makeup. And y'all can just deal with it. And if you don't want to listen to the podcast anymore, that's totally fine with me, because now it's just going to be me ranting further into microphones, getting weirder, getting more isolated, and I'm going to be writing books. Because one thing that I've realized, well, I've realized a lot of things. Let's be so for real right now. But something that I've realized about myself is I just want to write. I just want to finger myself on camera for profit. I want to tell people what I think about their penis. I want to I want to read books that aren't in the genre that I'm writing, and I want to write. I want to write and craft a world that makes sense, because at least in the world that I'm creating, even when bad things happen or people do certain things, like, it makes sense and I have control over that. And maybe that's just me being a control freak, but guess what? I don't care, because that's the way that I'm happiest. I keep, you go into these situations. Oh, well, you can't just be alone. I've been watching Pluribus. Now, I can't get into, without spoiler alerts, let's just say I got pretty pissed off at Carol last night during one of the episodes that I watched. But early on, I was like, I get Carol. I like Carol. Honestly, Carol, she fills just enough mommy issues for me too that I would probably eat her box so good and she would love it. But the thing with Carol, I related to her a lot, because if you've seen Pluribus, this isn't really a spoiler alert, but she's a writer. And that's all I'm going to say. If you haven't seen Pluribus, definitely give it a watch, because I wasn't sure what it was even about, and I love it. Now, the whole isolation thing with, like, oh, all these people or whatever, I that sounds so good to me. You mean you just get to, like, sit in your house? Not even just, like, in your house, but go around and there's no people around, and you get to go, like, see sights and, drive this car and just go around and there's nobody around to with you or to ruin your experience. That sounds fantastic to me. We all have bad habits, and breaking them is hard. That's where Fume comes in. You've probably heard about Fume, but you might not know what it is. Fume is a flavored air device. No smoke, no batteries, just a beautiful reminder to breathe easy. So if you have a bad habit that you're trying to turn into a good one, head on over to tryfume.com/TWND to get a discount on your Journey starter pack. That's actually what Fume sent over to me to give a little taste test. And currently I am, well, not puffing on because there's no smoke, but I am breathing peach blush, which is actually, see, no smoke, a delicious flavor that I am very excited to be sipping on, as it were. I'm definitely trying to break a few bad habits of my own this year, and I think that Fume is a great place to start with that. I am an oral fixation girly. I always have to have something in my mouth. I was chewing on my fingernails for ages, and other bad habits that we don't want to talk about. So if you want to join me on my journey to quit a bad habit and also help support the show that you love so very much, head on over to tryfume.com/TWND and let me know your experience, because I am excited to turn my bad habit into a good one with Fume. Tryfume.com/TWND. Get Soul. Go to getsoul.com and use code TWND to save 30% on your order. You can find a nice variety of different beverages, gummies. They have sleep gummies. They have big brain soul gummies with a little bit of caffeine. They're tangerine and they're so yummy. And you can stress less. You can stress fucking less by going to getsoul.com and using code TWND to save 30% on your order. Don't stress about the apocalypse. Just get high. That sounds wonderful. That sounds so good. Oh, all this hive mind stuff. I already feel like that's what people are like. I already feel like people are pretty hive mind. Not everyone, of course. You have your 12 survivors or whatever. But there are so few people that I can now spend more than like 2 hours around without wanting to pull all of my hair out or rip off layers of my skin for sport. Most of the time that I have to engage in conversation with people, I wish that I was literally anywhere else. I'm like, could I maybe just rip off all of my fingernails? Those old like medieval torture devices where they would like, grip onto the end of your fingernail? I mean, I could just use a pliers, right? What if I just used a pliers? I could take a pliers with me, and then anytime that I was engaged in a conversation that I didn't want to be in, I just pull out my pliers and I dead eye someone in the face and I just start ripping out my fingernails. That sounds like more fun than half of the conversations that I'm forced into with people, because I don't know, maybe I'm a terrible person, but I don't think so. I think that I was just meant to be a kangaroo. Maybe I am an albino kangaroo, and that's why it chose me to hold my little hand, because most of the conversations that I end up having with people, just feel so meaningless and empty, and just everyone thinks that they're right about everything. And this isn't me telling y'all how to live. If you like going out and doing these things and you like these meaningless conversations with people, that's totally cool. That's great. I'm removing myself from that situation so that I don't have to annoy other people with my, lack of care, lack of give a shit. Like I just can't give a shit. Like it's mind numbing for me to have to just be like, that's so interesting. It's not interesting. And I don't like lying to people. And listen, I don't like being a grumpy old cunt. I don't like this. I wish that I could engage in conversation or experiences with people that didn't just piss me off. That would be fantastic. That would be so cool. And I've tried. But here's the thing. Everyone thinks that their opinion is correct. I don't think that mine is correct. It's correct for me. It's not correct for everyone else, right? Because a lot of people really love the whole family situation, or they like to have conversations about things that just don't frankly matter to me. And that's fine. And that's cool. And it's great for you. And that's why in 2026, I'm going to be further removing myself from people, because here's the thing. Unless people are jacking their dick to images or videos of me, or being whatever it is, most people don't like me. And that's fine. That's cool. So instead of trying to force myself on people for the sake of being part of society and being a normal functioning human within that society, I'm going to step back even further to stop making other people so uncomfortable, because then I don't have to make you uncomfortable. You don't have to make me uncomfortable, and it's going to be totally cool. I'm not going to, here's the thing. I'm not going to be engaging with, this whole diatribe of, oh, well, actually, this. I don't care. The little screen died really quick. I can't even post a video about making coffee without someone being like, well, actually, espresso is coffee. Everything else is just watered down piss. Go, listen, I'm going to drink watered down piss then. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, well, So then you try to explain to someone, well, actually, espresso is just a way to prepare coffee. Well, why are you being so mean about it? Why are you so angry? You're gonna say something that's, contrary to nothing. Nothing that I said was inflammatory, but you want to go be inflammatory, and then you're surprised when someone has a rebuttal to what you say. You're not living in a echo chamber. You can make yourself live in an echo chamber, and that's completely fine. But that's just not the way the world works. Your opinion doesn't make something fact. Just like for me, for instance, my opinion that most people don't know how to experience life outside their phone, maybe that is an opinion. I don't think it is, but maybe it is. And that's okay. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Go to the penguin parade and don't bring your phone. Prove me wrong. Bet you can't. I bet you can't do that. Maybe 3 out of 100 people could. Because no matter where I was looking, despite how many, languages they said it in, no matter how many times they said it, no matter how many times I told someone, hey, you're not supposed to film, put your phone away, put your phone away. No matter how many times the other people who were working said, put your phone away. Hey, put your phone away. Guess what? Nobody put their phone away! So anyway, was this long enough for an episode? Kids touching food buffet. Ugh. Nobody's going to be listening anymore, and that's okay. I don't even care. What else? Glenn can fix my brand. Yeah, so I've been getting more and more DMs from guys with broccoli hair who look all of 12 years old, telling me that they know how to fix my brand. I don't want anyone to fix my brand. My brand is flawed. My brand is a grumpy old man with a pair of silicone tits. That is my brand. That's my brand. It's always been my brand. It's going to continue to be my brand, and it's going to get a hell of a lot worse. But guess what? That's authentic. And in a world that is going to be completely run by AI soon, and maybe we're already on the path to hive mind, just like in Pluribus, my brand is Carol. My brand is grumpy old man with tits who probably drinks too much when given the opportunity to drown out the noise of everyone else who is just saying the same over and over and expecting you to just agree with them mindlessly, but then are offended when you want them to perhaps not even agree with something that you're saying, but just listen to it and respect the fact that it's your opinion and not theirs. Happy 2026, everyone. This has been the Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast, and I'm going to go enjoy my vacation, take photos of my tits and not of penguins. Bye.
I get paid to take my clothes off, but here I bear it all for free. Welcome to the Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast, where sex work meets self-work, and we laugh through the chaos one inappropriate joke at a time. I talk safe sex, mental health, industry secrets, and all the stories that made my therapist cry. Got a confession, a question, a wild tale, send me an email, some love and a salutation, 'cause nothing turns me on like a little validation. Hey baby, maybe got my head in the clouds, but I'm still me, feeling free, honestly. Take me away to a higher vibe. Take me away, let me come alive. Take me away with you. It's an honor just to be here, just to share a little love. I'll keep laughing through the chaos, 'cause we'll never get enough. Even when the hard times and confusion appear, turn me on through the chaos. Let me whisper in your ear. Turn me on. Take a moment, brush it off, let it go. Hey baby, lately I embrace every flaw.